Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well, and it's time for Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend. The weekend edition, what we do is we get a discussion going. I go to the comments section, I respond to what you have to say on the matter, and we get a nice little debate. Obviously, be civil with that discussion. We start with a discussion point, we then talk through last week's, and then what we do is we finish with meme review. That is the scheme of the news weekend. So, let's find out what is on the topic for discussion this week. And the topic for discussion this week is going to be secret changes. Now, I don't want to go tinfoil hat too much with this, but I do feel at times that Kabam have this kind of way of changing things, where descriptions or champions have been altered and the descriptions change also. And it's only when you find certain people, doing a very good job at picking up these things that we then go, right, well, what's Kabam got to say with this? Oh, well, maybe we can't change this back to where it was. It's been changed for a random reason. But ultimately, it does feel that maybe these changes have been done on purpose. But I want to find out from you, what's your perspective? Are you in constant fear that maybe your favourite champion is going to be altered? And that is something that I do think is going to happen at some stage. That a really good champion comes in, or an old champion that has a really decent utility is then stripped down, and we're left with situations like this and the She-Hulk scenario that leave players very kind of bitter about the experience. So put in the comments section, we'll read it out next week. Are you worried about future changes? Do you think that Kabam do change things secretly? Maybe you think they don't and it's just a case of, well, they can't fix it to the way that it was. Something pushes out one way and they can't get it to work in the other. But it'd be interesting to see what your thoughts are on this matter. Now on to our discussion from last week, which was all about rank down tickets, the extent of their availability and also the extent of the consistency with the game that obviously would require this. Obviously similar to the She-Hulk debate that went on a little while ago. I'm going to try my best to read out every single comment, but there is 86 comments, which I hope they're kind of intermingled to replies, but I'm hoping I can answer every single one, and hopefully the video isn't going to be too long as well. I apologize if I do edit it in a way that is maybe a little bit less on time, but I'll try to answer as quickly as possible and answer as many as possible. So let's begin. So Ben Davis says, man, Kabam changed the rules all the time. It's not the players' fault, so why should the players have to pay for it when the field changes at a whim? Give them a bonus once or twice a year to make it up for the crap we deal with as players. And for me, I do agree with that one, because I talked about something of changing of the goalposts. And something that KT1 has talked about, like hypocrisy. And yeah, it's just, again, changing of the goalposts. Like, okay, so what do we judge things on? Like, when does a champion become too OP that it then requires to be nerfed? But it is, a frustrating one. Rank down tickets should be in the game store. At this point, the company clearly does little to no content testing, then constantly changing content champions from a month to even a year later after release. For example, the She-Hulk and Symbiote Supreme most recently. Yeah, and it does worry me, because with that Medusa situation, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. I love my rank 5, but I am going to be disappointed if there's any significant changes. Yeah, you don't know what to say on the matter. Hi, Drax, Archangel, literally every single champ silently nerfed. It's hurt my account. Thanks. It is annoying to kind of feel that maybe that's the case. Maybe that's something that needs to be for this debate, the one we just talked about. The secret changes. I find it funny that I got shot down by the community for mentioning rank down tickets in the forums, and then this happens. I don't feel as stupid now. Yeah, I think a lot of us are really a case of like, with Kabam, the way the games run, we kind of keep one eye open and one eye closed. They say that when you go to sleep, keep one eye open and one eye closed, because you're just unsure. It's like prison mentality. You don't know if somebody's going to be shanking you from somewhere. It's a terrible thing to kind of know. But I've been watching a lot of podcasts about criminals in prisons. We wouldn't keep rank down tickets if catalysts were more readily available or easier to get. I can't grind like some others and don't have the time for map 6 alliance quests, so how do we get more? Just makes these and other items available more often. I think that's the thing, isn't it? I know a lot of people say no, let's not do it, but there are people that have that legitimate reason behind it, that maybe they're free to play, don't get resources as quickly as enough. Put it in one particular champion and that champion gets changed, and then you're left disappointed about that extent of usage for said champion. Once a year, summoners should have the opportunity to rank down a champion, I would not care if it was a calendar award, yeah, because it rewards the loyalty, like in a previous December, agreed, or even quest reward. At a minimum, summoners should be able to purchase 1 rank down ticket per star rating a year. With the recent announcement regarding changes to new champions, 3 months post-release, it is only fair we have an opportunity to rank down champions that do not match their intended utility. And obviously there's more that kind of goes into that, but look, you've hit the nail on the head with that one. I think if Kabam don't want to give it out quite so much, then there will be a case of going, well, a little bit, just a tad, just a smidge, especially to maybe champions that have been overly changed. I really need to rank down my rank 5 4-star champion unless I have someone at rank 4 ready for rank 5. I mean, that kind of covers what we're talking about. The idea of rank down tickets will be much appreciated, but TBF, we wouldn't be asking for them if Kabam talked with the player base. Just for the love of God, inform us that you are thinking of doing something. And yeah, communicate. That again is the code word. If that Medusa change is an actual change and not a bug, or maybe a secret change that's going to be implemented in the future, or this description based, we've changed the description. Oh yeah, then we're going to change the champion. It just would be nice to kind of say, look, this is becoming too much of what we deem to be is exploit by the community, and an answer based on that. I think random tickets should be included in something like the last week of the Summoner Appreciation Calendar, and maybe that's the thing. Look, we've given loyalty to the game that at the point of the end of the calendar, that indeed is then loyalty rewarded back. Kabam should give rank down tickets once a month. There are 6 different classes, therefore we at least get rank down tickets twice a year for each class. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I think you know, I don't know if Kabam would kind of would do that, but look, you know, it'd be nice to see it. Domenico says, actually meant good work. I think that's for something we're going to see in a moment, but I'll give it a thumbs, I'll give it a like. I feel personally offended that my 2 whole memes from the meme thread haven't featured in your news segment. I'm sorry, I am very particular about what memes I do put in, especially because the news weekend edition is always so long. And unfortunately this week there's not quite so many memes, which I don't know if people have gone on holiday, or you know, the forums and the memes thread is and the game is kind of on the way out, but I don't know. Kabam has already said they plan on constantly tweaking champions, also nerfing them, so it's only fair to have ranked down tickets. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Good DJ, good picking out of that particular sentence, because I've completely forgot. They did say that they'll be constantly tweaking champions, but unfortunately tweaking in favor of Kabam rather than tweaking in favor of the community, which I do think is going to be an option, especially for those who end up ranking champs for specific ability. Yeah, exactly. Like, are we misled in who we rank up? Absolutely. No can help. I'm right, Rich. CEO2, no can help. Yes. Why not? Yes, on rank down tickets, I would like to see Kabam's monetize and find the happy medium. Right now, it seems that they don't give them out because they would be admitting mistakes. We all know Kabam never does that. It's always working as intended. Absolutely. You know, we'd like to see them more. Maybe just offer them for like a special festive store. What about a festive store where you can buy them for a limited time only, and there's just only one that you can buy? Incentivize it, you know, or make it or monetize it slightly. I'm not saying like, okay, big company do it, but it's like if they kind of went, okay, well, let's not do the Summoner Sigil, but instead let's put some exclusive items in the pay store. Like, you can buy them, these rank down tickets, or maybe have them as something as a special appreciation calendar, as people have said. Kabam is a joke. She-Hulk buffed, people rank her up, go for variant. Rank her down and give players rank down tickets for She-Hulk. All players who go normal way have variant paid expensive. That's a joke. Rank 3 champs early and they will nerfed. Where are my rank down tickets? FU Kabam, quit now, game after 5 years. There are a lot of people that have kind of flagged off for the game, and it's sad to see that. And I mean, from my perspective, as you know, I've been putting kind of other content in as well, just in case, because look, if MCOC dies tomorrow, then, you know, I'm kind of not screwed, but I don't know if people are going to be able to support my other content that I'm going to be putting out, which is going to be comic book related with the occasional sponsorship deal and other game covered. But, you know, hope that people do that. Kevin Snyder says, keep up the great work. Always enjoy watching your vids. Hey, cheers, Kevin. Rank down tickets did give us a chance to try different champions. I enjoy getting them around end of year when all champs that year are available. I can see why they are reluctant on it, as when they did give out those rank down tickets, people did kind of take advantage to boost some an advancement score, or it seemed. Yeah, no, that is a good point. People did do that. I suppose with the change of how things have gone. I mean, look, it's a small exploit that, you know, maybe Kabam could just like let slide a little bit there. But I do think it could encourage more players to push for progress if they are given rank up tickets yearly for their dedication to the game a lot. Yeah, exactly, dedication with absolutely the loyalty side of things. Once a year, March Kabam could put out a package similar to the July 4th Cyber Mondays. Yeah, that's a good idea, and just kind of like allow that for extra people to get. Then they put out the killer unit based offers, rank down tickets only, not the second gen ones where you don't get back resources, the OG ones from 12.0 where you get back all resources. Yes, all resources. That's something we're going to be covering in the Marvel Contest of Champions news on Friday. Hopefully you've seen that one. I do agree. Rank down tickets are good to a point. I believe, yes, they should be given when Kabam have wronged the community with a game-changing change to a certain character, but I believe they also kind of ruin the point of the game when handed out like candy. Yes, that is the other side of things. So shout out to Jonah for the difference of opinion on the matter. As the fact is, yes, okay, if we kind of go like handing them out like willy nilly, yes, I think it's a case of if we do anything, Summoner Appreciation Calendar. Or we look at a very kind of exclusive package, as Wolverine said, like once a year. But I do agree that I think for me, it's saying that yes, if a champion is dramatically changed, it causes a problem for people. And I really hope that Medusa isn't one of them, because I did rank up that one with an intended. I don't think it would be nailing the coffin, but it definitely, Kabam have to really watch out how much more they frustrate players in game. And again, it's something I've talked about for a while now, so they need to really be careful. But I do agree. Limited, and I'm not saying they should be given out like candy, but yes, limited indeed. Marvel Insider is great to have. Every little bit counts. And yes, that was a discussion for last week. And of course, they should have given us rank down tickets at the end of the year, as everyone expected. If they regularly change champs that we are ranking, there should be at least some form of reliable rank down option, even in some limited form. I'm actually thinking about doing a video where I kind of look at the extent of champions that have been changed over the years and the extent of rank down tickets that we've been given back, which, let's face it, has only really been She-Hulk. That's the one that we kicked up a fuss at. We shouldn't do that, though. We shouldn't have to kick up a fuss to get stuff. Yeah, it sucks how I had ranked Venom up and got a 2015 Cosmic rank up gem after. I mean, that does suck with the kind of aspect there, but you know, rank down tickets with, I mean, it's fine. I'd like to rank down my first 2 rank 4 5-star champs from 3 years ago, even I had to pay for them. Yeah, I mean, for me, Captain Marvel, I would probably say that there's more stronger champions nowadays, and that's the problem. Champions we ranked up back in the day, if we got, you know, some of the new champions now, we would make better gains in certain content. Like my unit spend would have been incredibly low down if I picked up a blade if it was introduced several years ago. But I'm not saying that should be a justification. I'm just saying it's one of those things where I do agree. I do feel for you dropkick a zombie, which, I mean, that could be very messy, but there you go. Joe MC says, Kabam aren't giving any compo, really. 3 generic rank down tickets should be fair. I'm not doing events or arena, just doing AQ and war. I mean, that's the thing. I know a lot of people are kind of just slimming down the extent of grinding game. I've not gone for semi-retirement because I'd go through like 2 weeks of intense grinding game, and then I just spend the other 2 weeks maybe focusing on other content, some stuff to do with MCOC, but also VR stuff, and I'm trying to work on my second channel. But it's nice to play other games. I do a kind of retro indie game promotion once a week, and I like that. I think it's nice to kind of get out and try something else. And avoiding Marvel, Netmarble and Marvel games. Not Marvel games entirely, but I definitely say that it's Marvel. I don't think it's Net. Is it Netmarble stuff? I don't know. The fact is, there's other decent Marvel games out there. We've got the Avengers game coming out. We've got Iron Man VR coming out this year or next year. The one of those two, which I'm going to be covering on this channel. And yeah, I'm doing Marvel Powers United at the moment, as you know. For me, the value of rank down tickets only exists when you're early in your MCOC career and resources are scarce. Again, I do agree with that. That being said, my biggest issue has always been the fact that as content creators, you're the ones that hype champs up more than anybody else, and you're setting that example of this person is a god tier and the person is trash, and put all focus on this person and we listen. Suddenly I'm putting all my plans aside and find this one champion that puts everything I have. I mean, yeah, it just goes to kind of like put it bluntly, there's something I've said in my videos. If anybody's picked up on this, I do say something like, well, you know, we're to blame as content contributors because we're hyping up a champion and maybe we shouldn't. It'd be kind of cool if everybody watched videos right the way through to the end when I've actually kind of mentioned stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully with the review side of things, when I do reviews of champions now, I'm a little bit more conscientious about the extent of, are the champions good? The biggest issue, and again, I'm not going to kind of out anybody, but there are certain content creators which are the pinnacle and start the hype beast train. And once they start the hype beast train, then other people follow with it. Because obviously, if one person says it's good, the rest follow. Then if you kind of go, oh no, it's not, then you look like you're the idiot. And sometimes that is difficult to fall into. But yeah, like I said, nowadays I'm a bit more conscientious when it comes to that. And will I say that the damage, if I believe the damage to be really good, I would do it. I think Namor was the last, or was it Cull Obsidian? Yeah. I didn't review Sunspot because I don't think I had time to. And Warlock I thought was very utility, but then people hyped that a lot more than myself. So, I mean, yeah, look, I apologise if that is the case, but I don't think it's fair for me to apologise for everyone else that maybe goes a bit above and beyond to hype something up. But yeah, I do agree that in future we need to tone it down and just talk about the value of the champion and kind of go, is the damage output good? And take it in a very kind of passive way rather than going, yes, it's amazing, or, you know, it's not. But yeah, I honestly, I totally agree with you on that, Brian. And again, apologies to anybody that gets frustrated with us kind of going god tier. But again, I shouldn't be bearing the brunt for everyone else. Self-congratulatory much? Yes, why not? Of course, I've got to be somewhat proud of myself. You know what baffles me is Kabam tells you straight up that champions are too good, so we need to make them not so good. So you guys have to buy our bundles, health, etc. And everybody is like, okay, yeah, exactly. Maybe they get away with a few things. It's a bit too much. The game and the meta changes constantly. Some champions get fixed, nerfed into the ground with no compensation for the ones who rank them up. Kabam should already give champion-specific rank down tickets when they nerf a champion like She-Hulk or Archangel. Yeah, I remember that Archangel change. Like, it depends. I think for a lot of us, we buy champions or we pull champions as intended, and we kind of go, this is how it's meant to be. It's only when Kabam go, no, this is not how it's meant to be, that we go, oh, come on, please, just leave it the way it is. I mean, it's not a complete exploit or what you deem to be an exploit, but it's something that we particularly enjoy. But yeah, Slayer of Gods. Shame you're not on the forums again, but you know, love you, man. You should get them, and the reason being is Kabam bring out champions that are great and OP, and we all spend money on them or grind for them. That's the biggest thing Kabam need to. I'm surprised people haven't gone like straight up quit because they're like, do you know what? This is not as I didn't buy this as it was intended to be, rather than it's not working as intended, because people actually bought into this, and changing it is like, gotta watch out there. I think we should have rank down tickets as a standard feature for all. Oh, going a bit too much there. Kabam likes to mess with the meta of the game all the time and drastically reduce the usability of some champions, even without making any direct changes to them. It's only fair they acknowledge this and make rank down tickets available for everyone. That said, for the current case, I think it's not justified. It's like rewarding those who exploited the bug and disabling the feature for the rest. This is simply another case of rewarding the elite, those who always pay attention to the latest exploits and take advantage. Yeah, I mean, there's more to this, but I do get where you're coming from on the matter, Blue. I really don't think anything is going to change, and I think it's all about consistently addressing these things when they come up. Having a kind of not a checklist, but having a statement or a policy which is always consistent against these types of things. And I'm not saying, well, no, I am saying Kabam are consistently inconsistent, because they will go through stages of going, right, well, there's a champion being put in, and its interaction has to be made against so many aspects of content that it becomes, well, there's going to be mistakes happening, which I would like to say in the future, I'd like Kabam to just remain consistent. But as the game expands and they do too much, it's like they're going too far, they're doing too much too soon. And it's not as specific as, say, going to Future Fight or Strike Force, which is a very, very easy game to make because it's that turn-based thing. This game is very complex, and they bite off more than they can chew with this at times, and it does show, which is hopefully something they can work on. I don't get why having rank down tickets is such a hot topic, a hot button issue. It just means you can use more champions. Bored of using your Starlord, use them on Stark Spidey. Got Medusa, take them from your Drax. I'm pretty sure everyone knows for a fact it's to push microtransactions in the unit store. I mean, come on, let's not beat around the bush. I mean, yeah, that does really feel like it's money. I mean, it's surprising as well with the way that people kind of go like, well, you know, I spent my money in this. And you can have a level of kind of ownership. It's like buying shares. Like sometimes you feel like you're buying shares in something that's going to grow and build. By the way, guys, look at shares investments. I'm doing that for my pension investments, and it's actually going quite well. I'm investing a lot in Japanese market, which is building up my pension pot, which is something I would recommend. Japanese business. Chris says he likes cheese. That is all. Who doesn't? Unless you're lactose intolerant. Keep your pimp hand strong, my English homie. I will, Ben. I will, Ben. I'll definitely do that. Rank down tickets are only really necessary for long-time players. People had to rank what they had. All at the time, I had to do Labyrinth of Legends run with Unduped Black Panther. Wow. Wow. Oh, God. Damn it. I mean, that is impressive, but you know, I'm definitely kind of like in awe of you, my friend. It's better to be a newest player maybe 1 year rather than 4 years. Yeah, because I think that I do have this kind of, again, vested interest because I've been playing since January 2015. I wish I was from December 2014, but I came around this game through chance, because when I started off my YouTube channel, I only covered World of Tanks, and I had only an interest in being a World of Tanks YouTuber, and it was only through chance that then it was like, okay, people are interested in this, and then it just expanded from there. So yeah, I get you. Maybe it's something that we kind of go again, just kind of the long-term game and going right. Summoner appreciation for those that are loyal to the game, that at the end they're able to get something. But I don't know. Thanks for the vids. Always watch them as a discussion point. Rank down tickets would be nice, but I think they should only come when they nerf a character. So again, very specific there, Jordan. You know, that may be something that. There's lots of amazing suggestions so far. Obviously, I'm going to repeat myself because, you know, for a lot of players, they kind of go, there's got to be a point where does everyone agree? And I think that so far we're agreeing on the fact of, yes, we'd like to see them, but where we'd like to see them is either rewarding those that are loyal to the game by the end of the year with Summoner Appreciation Calendar, or it's a case that we are going at the point of a champion being changed, which, you know, is going to be crap if they say, okay, my best champion at the moment is a Namor. Oh, what we're going to do is we're going to change that champion a little bit, and you're like, why would you do that? I ranked that champion up. That's for my prestige. You know, what's the deal with that? And it's difficult. It's annoying for players as well. So I do get it. I think that is the thing. Like, not so many, but some at times. Salmon, thank you. Have a nice day too. Seriously, Kabam had been doing this frequently, but the thing is, if Kabam will change a champion setting, it's automatically give a rank down ticket. yeah, they could do that, couldn't they? They just say that is a rule of thumb. Why? Because it's not a joke. Pushing hard quest grinding arenas to awaken or to rank up. Yeah, exactly. Hard work. And where does it leave us with champion changes? I get you. And without compensation, Kabam should be fair. It's yeah, exactly. To be fair. Come on, be fair. You know, at the end of the day, this is a game that we all enjoy this game. We all love this game. But the fact is, there are things that make us a little bit furious at times, especially because there's elements of gambling to it. And you know, if you're a gambler, you've either got you become a very, because I've done gambling before in the past, and you become a very negative person, because then you look at it as a case of going, oh well, that didn't go so well, and oh well, I'll win next time, and sometimes you feel very negative, and it's important to feel positive. That's why I put meme review at the end of these discussion points, because we go a lot through negativity, and maybe I'll tell you what I'll do is at some stage we'll do a positive debate about something that we love about the game. I really should do that. I do not think we should get ranked down tickets, as it takes away from the intense decision. Oh, I love this. Veritas is going the other way. Absolutely brilliant. Good to see this. PS dropping a like to help the channel keep up the fantastic. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Veritas. And yeah, like, okay, so there's going to be the other aspects. Should I rank up? I ranked She-Hulk using a 2016 gem. If I use the rank down ticket on her, I'll be getting 4 tier 2 alpha that I can use on any champion from any year. People who hadn't pulled a 2016 science gem couldn't exploit this, so it gives certain players unfair advantage. So that's the other side of things that I didn't consider. The fact that if you have very specific gems like 2016, 2015 ones, whatever, well actually 2016 ones, that you'll be able to take back the resources of maybe the fact that you weren't allowed these resources to begin with. So yes, that is something I did not consider, and now you've got those resources to use on any champions, so therefore created an extra exploit. So yeah, that's the other side of things, and I do agree with that if Kabam can change that aspect, then that would be good. Maybe going again limited. Because personally, I believe we should be limited with rank down tickets based on champion based changes. If it's not what you were under the impression of when you got that champion, I feel that there's a little bit of ownership there that makes you go, that's the thing. I don't think this is actually Kabam Mike, by the way. Greetings, summoners. I'm aware that we said that we would give out champion-specific rank down tickets when we nerf a champion into the ground, but we weren't being serious. The audacity of you guys. How about you rank up the right champions and know exactly what we are talking about when an interaction is intentional or not. Drax isn't supposed to hit Mordo while he's sleeping, Archangel's neurotoxin doesn't bypass stun immunity, and She-Hulk shouldn't be able to clobber an opponent with an heavy into a combo. I know we haven't tested any of it, which is why it takes so long for us to spot these fixes. But you guys should know that our guinea pigs are lab rats. Get good, end joke. Okay, so for people who don't know, that is a joke account. That's a joke account of Kabam Mike. It's not real. It's not a real account. It's a joke one. So I'll probably make it the thumbnail of the video or something, or maybe the title, and take it from there. But that's hilarious. That is really hilarious. We've got we've got a lot of comments still to go through. I'm going to try my best to get through it. My throat's hurting now. We don't need them. We made the choice to rank a champion, and we have to live with it. I rank up my champion. I don't regret it at all. Fox Hero obviously is taking different stance, and that again is fine. It's fine to have a difference of opinion. That if you rank up a champion, that you are responsible for whatever happens with that champion. And maybe it's a case of like holding off. I think that the advice would be that if you're kind of worried about ranking up a champion based on changes, maybe wait a couple of months before taking any champion past rank 3, unless you strongly believe in it being fine and going up to rank 5. Patient Zero is right here. Rank 4 Red Cyclops and Superior Iron Man, who is still bugged. We need rank down tickets once a year. This does nothing but help the player. And again, it just goes back to what Lorenzo said and everyone else. Just decisions, really, and making sure that, you know, if a champion is being changed dramatically or hasn't been changed accordingly, that whoever you ranked up is probably due for just a rank down ticket, just to kind of go, right, well, I need to do it. Nice Vidrich, cheers Ninja. Knowing Kabam, if they give us rank down tickets, it will be Crystal with random classes. I mean, that's not a bad idea, doing a rank down Crystal. Or maybe a case of like going, they rank down a certain champion, and no, and that's a terrible idea. No, ignore me. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice to kind of just kind of like rank down champions that are. I mean, it's come to the point in the video I can't even speak properly now. I don't believe rank down tickets should be an item that you get for playing. It should be just there for major nerfs. Yeah, okay, let's all agree on that. I think it's going to be major nerfs. This game is about to die. They've gated the content, and now you can't play without spending big money grinding our lives away. Only wells and losers will be left playing the game. More than likely, we'll see how things the rest of the year go, and do I think that MCOC will be in? I mean, I'd like to think that MCOC will still be around next year, but I'm sure they still will do well financially. But it is important to kind of look at the future and just see what's happening with the game, especially with this. Because again, it's all about Kabam listening and making sure that they're not making too many of these gung-ho changes, where it's kind of like from Wild Wild West. He talks about Jim West as being like the approach of shoot now, shoot later, and when everyone's dead, asking a question or two. And it's a case of like, ask questions first, make calculated decisions, then shoot is the kind of motto I think I'm kind of getting around. My thoughts are some compensation is better than no compensation. We all know Kabam have done worse things and didn't even bother to say sorry. That's a good point. I don't think rank down tickets will fix anything. She-Hulk will still be very good regardless. Will someone even rank her down? I mean, 565 will still get you though a lot of content. Yeah, I mean that's a good point, Scott. She's still pretty good, but I'm sure people would like to see it. Noah's Terrible Channel. I think rank down tickets should be given out more often, but not as often as the community demands them, because if they were given out very often, like people want them to be given out, it would take almost all the commitment out of the rank up which they previously had. True, you rank up and then it's based on what you intended it. I just go back to what I was saying. Like when you rank up a champion, I want it to be as intended, but the thing is, it may not be as intended. Something that I take for granted is something that overly works. And what's the point of doing guides on the game when things change? Like go, okay, well, use this champion against this. Oh, champion's changed now. Content's changed. Does the guide work? No. Great. So that has happened a lot of times. Random tickets go against Kabam's slightly inept attempt at promoting champ diversity. I think we'll only get them as a last resort. That's a fair point. At the end of the day, I don't see why random tickets are such a big deal for Kabam. If they make people happy, then issue them. Happy players don't tend to spend more. You are ineligible to participate in the Marvel Insider Loyalty Program. Yeah, they kicked me as well. It's stupid. Marvel is for everyone, not just for US. I mean, I'm not going to say it last because it's a bit kind of rude. But the fact is that goes back to an old argument there Luxo is making about Marvel Insider. I think it would be nice to have something that's a bit international. I don't know. I just feel that it might be quite good. However, though, maybe there's something specific. Because if you remember, there was this thing with Kabam doing, what is it? The screenshots and the way that with the Summer Showdown is kind of situated, that some countries aren't able to participate, which is kind of weird. It could be connected. Don't know. Would I want rank down tickets once per year? Yes. Is it ever going to happen? No. Maybe it's behind some cavalier $199 deal. Maybe. Kabam can make a lot more money actually listening to people what they'd like to see in a store. If you said, "Hey guys, what would you like to see in a in the unit store?" Or kind of like in the pay store, in the premium store, and people go like, okay, well the community vote for it, stuff they'd like to see, and if rank down tickets were just put in for a limited time only, you could only get one, then it may be something that allows that communication to break through, and people go, do you know what? I feel the developer is listening to me, and that is a good point. And I know that some games companies do not listen at all, just completely go off on a tangent. But it would be nice to see. I think rank down tickets are pretty unnecessary, except for the huge change, but not for the small things like She-Hulk nerf. I mean, that's Stick's opinion there. And then we've got everyone is shocked that She-Hulk is getting nerfed when it was fairly obvious that being able to do something not intended to be done would be patched eventually. At the end of the day, I don't think we understand the extent of... I don't know, for me, sometimes I don't like looking too much into these things. I mean, when I did the beta, we didn't have any intention or knowledge that the champion would be changed like this. I mean, even it's the case of in a champion in beta, that Kabam would have to have really spent a lot of effort to pick up on the issue with the chaining of a heavy attack, which obviously they did not in this case. I mean, for me, I think we've all come to a point of agreement, regardless of which camp you are in. Predominantly, people feel that it would be good to see rank down tickets, but the extent of how they were put in is going to be in a limited sense. Now, they're not going to be so many available, but if there was a case that even one a year for a 5-star, 4-star, or even a 3-star, maybe even a 6, well, I wouldn't say a 6-star at this current meta in the game, would be enough to make players go, do you know what, I find this, that the developer is listening and is being very conscientious against the community and its current predicaments and issues in case of champions being changed a little bit. But that is, again, my takeaway from what I've read from you guys. Thank you very much to everyone who's commented. I really hope that I'm able to edit this and kind of go, right, well, it may be a little bit longer, but I've read every single comment and responded in person-ish to all these comments. So hopefully I can do that. And let's try and end with a couple of memes or a slight meme review. When Kabam nerfs She-Hulk after you rank 5 her.
You can't do this to me. You know how much I've sacrificed.
I finally found it after 15 years. The Scroll of Truth. It's not a nerf, it's a bug fix.
Yeah.
Loving my rare 6-star champion. Well, do look out because that champion is in danger at the moment. It could be in danger of being nerfed. Looking at all the new champs in the basic pool, I won't pull for months/years. Neat. Old Man Can and Muttermat when they're picked for the Summoner Showdown. Hey! Old Man Can and Muttermat when they see they're competing against Invincible. I like the way down here that he's put, Invincible is God in disguise, changed my mind. He took 2 hits. He's not God. And we finish on this meme. The forums on update day. Everything awful. Oh God, somebody do something. There we have it. That has been meme review and that has been Marvel Contest of Champions News Weekend. I don't know if I've edited this. That is the extended version. If I have, I'm sort of sorry, not sorry, because the fact is, a lot of the times I do edit these so that it takes out about 20 minutes worth of me just responding to comments. But I feel in order to do you a solid is to try and put all 86 comments in. So apologies, sorry, not sorry on that one. The memes this week were quite good, but I think there's about like a 3 out of 5 if I was to grade them. Either way, that's just because there hasn't been an extensive amount, and as well, it's a case of like since She-Hulk's memes kind of dying out, what has really kind of come about. But in any case, thank you very much for watching this. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, get involved with the discussion this week all about secret changes, and I'll see you in the next one. Check out some of the other content here. Bye bye for now.